Welcome back to Championship Court. We are on and still into group play here. This is Group B, the DC Pickleball team taking on the Chicago Slice. Lots on the line, lots of scenarios that can happen here. Very simple fact, though, for DC is that if DC wins, they are sitting pretty at 3-0. Now, if Chicago loses, and on the other court, grandstand court, Utah wins, Chicago is out. Now, let's throw the other scenario in here. That is if Chicago goes 4-0 and they sweep DC, and then Utah ends up sweeping Dallas,
then DC
is out. So there is still a possibility that DC, even though sitting at 2-0, could be out.
The probability number of that one happening?
Not very high.
Not very high.
So 57% chance for Chicago to win this match here on Championship Court. Dominic Catalano alongside me, Chad Edwards. And Chad, we have a special guest for our first two matches here, none other than Sam Query. Sam, thanks for joining us again today.
Thanks for having me back in the booth.
Well, it's awesome to have you. We were in with you, me, and Cameron yesterday. Had a good time. We couldn't get you out of here. You were loving the competition in here, and you stuck with us for a little longer.
No, there's nothing better than watching this, and this group is brutal. This is Group B.
It's the pool of death.
I mean, exactly. Ben Johns, Annalie Waters, Riley Newman, arguably the three best players in the sport, all in the same group.
So, and one of them isn't going to go to the playoffs. One of them is going to be 3 matches and done. And so that is going to be determined here over the next couple hours here between Championship Court and Grandstand Court. Mark Thomas is our lead referee here. Bob Swisshelm, referee number 2. As we get ready to get started, the coin toss will start us off here to determine what order they're going to go, who picks what side, receive.
I think the most important matchup here for the Slice is going to be women's doubles. If they don't win women's doubles, it's going to be a dream breaker, best case scenario.
Yeah, and again, Jade and Jackie Kawamoto yesterday pretty much took care of Annalie Waters in women's doubles yesterday. And if you think that they're not ready, the biggest difference, though, I'm seeing from the Kawamotos, and Sam, we hit on it yesterday a little bit too, is that you can't be one-dimensional. You have to have good defense, but then you also have to have offense too, correct?
Correct, and the Kawamotos are so good. They seem to do everything right every shot. They make the correct decision with every single play, and it's tough playing against a team like that when you know there's really no holes, you're not going to get free points, and they do that as well as anyone out here.
And a year and a half ago, you wouldn't have said that about Jade or Jackie. You would have said, great defensive team, they're going to stay in a lot of points, they're going to grind you out dinking, but they're not going to come after you. Now, they will grind you out still, they will play great defense, but look for both Jade and Jackie to come and
center court, please.
now, and that's exactly what they did against Utah yesterday, and they came out on top in that first match, which was very impressive from them. As we are going to throw it down courtside now for our coin toss. Mark Thomas, our lead referee, will be with team captain Riley Newman and Ben Johns.
On my right, I have captain for DC Pickleball, Riley Newman. Left, I have Chicago Slice captain Ben Johns. This is Dennis. This is Tails. Riley Paul. It is Tails. DC Pickleball, you have your choice. You will react. Chicago will receive. DC will have the women's first. And Chicago will be on my right. Good luck, everyone.
Wins the coin toss. They choose to react to mixed doubles first. Chicago chose to receive, so they'll receive all 4 games. DC chose to go with women's doubles first. and Chicago Slice will choose the far end closest to the VIP section. Sam, how important is it for you in your eyes to win the toss
2 minutes.
and choose React? You didn't seem to be. You just were like, it really doesn't matter at this point.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters at the end of the day. Just go beat the other person or the other team on the other side of the court. You're going to switch sides eventually. There might be a little bit of strategy, I think, in which mixed team you're going to match up against or the Dream Breaker. But when it comes to the gender doubles, the men's doubles, the women's doubles, I don't think it matters. Get out there, play, and just beat your opponents on the other side of the court.
Well, I don't think we've seen a coin toss winner choose anything but React.
Yesterday. Wasn't it? We were on the call for
really?
That a team chose to act, not react. They chose to act because they wanted to throw their team out there first. And I'm drawing a blank on which one it was, but me and Cam, we were in the booth, and we were thrown because we've never seen a team act instead of react.
Well, so the matches yesterday were Brooklyn and Miami, and then we had DC and Utah.
I believe it might have been Miami that chose to act.
And did they win?
They did.
They did.
They did.
All right. See, it doesn't matter.
They won in the Dream Breaker.
Just to go back to Sam's point, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Just win. So as we come into play here, you have the Kawamotos on the near end and the all black tops. You have Jesse Irvin and Lacey Schneeman in the white tops. How do you tell the Kawamotos apart? Jade is the lefty. Jackie is the righty.
Game 1 time in.
Right, Jackie
0
is
left.
left.
And that's
Side out,
Schneeman's
point.
power right there. The reach in, strong wrist, heavy top spin with that flick.
Schneeman and Jesse Irvin
1-0.
in Southern California play a lot together, just like the Kawamotos obviously do. So both teams are very familiar with each other.
Nice pull the trigger though from Irvin right there in the middle, but good defense from Kawamoto. And you mentioned it, Sam. How important is it though, the familiarity?
1-1.
It's crucial in the sport. That's what I think is the most right now, finding a consistent partner. You don't find someone commit to basically a full season, it's really hard to gel with someone. And with pickleball, more than tennis,
2-1.
it's so important to find a partner that you like.
Well, and that's part of the difficulty with MLP.
Wow, there's a real strict game plan here for Chicago, and it is really to go to Jade Kawamoto here on that right side.
2-2.
Good setup there for Jackie.
Yeah, a little bit of a frack there from Jackie. Gets that ball to pop up. I noticed too, she's changed that two-hand backhand dink of hers. It's become a little bit flatter.
Nice pull right there in the middle from Jesse Irvin.
Good change of direction. Goes right at the right shoulder of Jackie. Tries to get out of the way in the hopes that it was going to go deep.
Some good reactions are off the tape there, Sam.
Back-to-back let courts, both Jackie and Jade had to react to one. Did a great job of not only reacting, but putting back out of the feed. Lacey Schneeman.
Ball jumped right off the line on Schneeman. And Sam, do you get often an opportunity to play with Lacey and Jesse out there?
4-4.
I have a couple times. Yeah, about an hour from them. The LA traffic is hard.
Oh, so you live 5 miles away.
Yeah, exactly. I've playing down there once before. I want a group of them to get together on Friday afternoons. I've got a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Yeah, it's tough.
Around where I live, I've got West Burroughs, Emily Ackerman, and Roscoe Bellman. We've got a pretty good group around us. I don't have to travel too far, though.
Wow, these lines coming into play right now. A lot of ball skipping off of them early on.
Yeah, it's starting to warm up a little bit as well. The ball getting just a little softer.
6-4.
Just not real dialed in early on so far.
Looking a little flat-footed.
5-6.
Trying to just cut that one off, not really committing to those backhand cross courts.
Even right there, nice speed up from Kawamoto.
That was a surprise speed up. It seemed like she sped up on a folder. She shouldn't have actually sped up on and kind of caught Lacey off guard.
You talk about that surprise speed up, Sam. How important is that in pickleball to have that deception?
I mean, you've got to have it. There's at the same level, you've got to have every shot. You've got to have trickery, racket skills.
Point 7.
Good. That you need to be able to kind of, hey, what's the next thing that's going to take me to that next level, and being able to make those kind of shots,
7-7.
like Jay just did, is crucial.
It's a better ball there from Schneemann to start off that firefight. Takes that a little bit earlier, brushes up the back of it. She has missed a couple of backhand speed ups deep.
If you look at the sidelines, you have Ben Johnson, Eric Lang, and Riley Newman and Christian Marshall on the sideline, standing up, looking like tag team partners, ready to come in. It's like they're itching to get in this match. They can't wait.
Well, you mentioned it earlier, even though DC's 2-0, like, they can be mathematically limited.
Right.
Chicago Slice needs to win this one, so there's so much riding on every set right now.
Side out, point 9.
One just a little deep. Jackie hitting that one off back foot.
9-9.
Was that Jade?
That was Jade. That was Jade. I wasn't going to say anything because you can get away with it because they're twins. So.
There used to be this doubles duo on the tennis tour, the
10-9.
twins from Thailand.
Don't say that last name 5 times fast.
And people claim that the one guy had a better serve than the others, and he always served. You weren't able to tell them. They started having make them kind of like in pickleball, wear a wristband or mark one of them, so you knew like that the same guy wasn't serving every time.
You had to mark one of them. One of them comes out with a sleeve on or something. But right here, Chicago Slice with an 11-9 lead on the end change, and that kind of just progressively went on.
Well, it's
very casual.
That's a surprise lead right there, and
it is.
I had the slice up on Grandstand yesterday, and their matches were kind of, that's how it went. All of a sudden, you look out, and the slice is up. They haven't done anything flashy, anything amazing. They're still making errors, but they're making fewer errors.
Well, that's what, too, and Ben's not on the court right now, but that's what Ben does to you, too. You come out, and he's very calm, cool, and collected, and he may not do anything flashy, but then all of a sudden you look up at the scoreboard and you're down 5-0.
Yeah, and we haven't had those exciting points yet that you see in pickleball, but that's what the good players in any sport do, really. They go out and they just do the same thing, point after point, game after game, set after set, and that's what's going to win championships.
Well, right now a 2-point lead here for the Slice. Lacey Schneemann and Jesse Irvin in control. Coach Kyle McKenzie of the DC Pickleball team sideline, trying to get his team back in this. Wow, nice combo there from Jade.
Yeah, I like to see Schneemann not get involved in that one.
10-11.
Was all over it.
I mean, she's just getting peppered everything, but it's that counter, right?
Yeah, and you notice too, when that was Jade, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she popped that up, you can see her instantly get ready for the speed up from Lacey, and she's ready to go.
There was a little bit of chaos there in the middle of that point. We go back into a little dinking rally, and then the offensive lob from Jade.
That's the exciting point the crowd's been waiting for.
Yes, exactly. And
Taking 23 points, but we got it.
Which typically doesn't happen in women's. Typically you see a lot of firefights, a lot of hands battles. This is more of like a quote-unquote men's match where it's just dinking, patience.
How many times did she reset in that one? And that was the key for her yesterday. Her defense was on point, playing extremely well and extremely confident right now.
13-12.
That reset right there was incredible. That ball's on her shoe tops. Reset clinic through the transition area from Schneemann and Irvin, turning it into offensive quick.
14-12.
So impressive by the Kawamoto, the defense to offense so quickly.
And all four girls right now are doing a great job of resetting. I feel like it speeds up. The ball's been reset by all four, right back in, right back to a neutral rally.
Oh, almost stood up a little bit too early right there through that.
Yeah, I think that's the third backhand that Jackie has missed into the net. Like you said, setting up a little tall, hitting the top of that ball, pushing it down into the net. Just needs to brush that ever so slightly.
Set up point 14.
I think that's the first reset Irvin's missed. Owen's missed.
14-15.
Irvin, my goodness, I can't speak today.
Spit it out, Chad. You get away with it. You got an accent.
Oh, I can't say so many words.
Sam, if you're Jackie and you're really getting isolated here, how do you stay mentally tough here?
You know what? She's doing a great job. Even though they're isolating her, I feel like she's doing her job. She's handling these things. She's not missing. So you just stay the course. She should be gaining confidence with every dink that she's making. And lucky there. So, you know, I think she just got to stay where she's at mentally right now and not change a thing.
Well, and I think that's the key to what you said right there too, is that when she's getting that one ball or two balls, she's staying in the rally. She's not saying, hey, I got my ball, I'm going to speed it up, try to do something with it.
Right. You just stay in the course and wait for something to, you know, to pop up or someone else to create.
Kawamoto on the backhand.
The Kawamotos, they will not speed up a ball that they're not supposed to speed up.
No.
As you watch here, they are comfortable staying in there. They will dink 500 balls in a row if they need to.
Well, now if you don't look up at the scoreboard, it's 17-15. DC's back on top.
Better job from Schneemann there, getting on top of that one. Couple of nice rolls down toward Jade.
16-17.
Right there. I mean, I don't believe.
You just said that. Not
right?
that.
She did exactly what I said they haven't been doing the whole time.
Timeout DC.
So timeout here at 17 apiece, and Sam, we'll hit back on what Yumi and Cameron were in the booth yesterday, and what you talked about is what do good teams do? Whether it's 5-5 or 17-17, their mentality and their gameplay doesn't change, correct?
Right, exactly. Whether it's pool play or it's the finals of this event, you play the same way every time. You make the same the same shot selection every time, and that's what the best players in any sport do.
And right here, it's 17 apiece. Chicago has gotten back into this. They went down 17-15, scored 2 straight. We get the timeout here from DC. And now, if you're in on DC side of things, Chad, what are you talking to them about as they just gave up 2 straight points to Chicago?
Well, I think that's where the Kawamoto sisters, again, they just need to move the ball around, stay patient, not take those unnecessary risks with the speed up. So we haven't seen up until this point, other than the last couple. You know, they need to outlast Irvin and Schneemann. Schneemann's broken down a couple of times on the backhand side, potentially test that a little bit. Irvin's doing a good job stepping over into the middle, but pull her out wide, bring it in middle, force Schneemann to come over, then go back behind her. But the Kawamoto sisters just need to stay patient, stay in this point, and even prolong it, looking for the counter or that dink rally.
17-17.
Nice pressure right there from Jackie Kawamoto.
18-17.
Sam's just clapping over here. I mean, the defense, right?
The defense is incredible.
It's unbelievable.
They're so unassuming in the way they play. You know, there's nothing flashy about what they do, but at the same time, everything they do is so good.
Unlucky with the net cord.
Great point. That was great patience from all 4 players there.
Yeah, Jade Kawamoto, again, just seeing 90% of every rally right here and just answering every single time. Big point here for both teams as DC comes out on top. They'll have a game point. Finish right there from Jackie Kawamoto through the middle.
Yeah, a big part of that is the Kawamotos didn't overhit any of those balls. They just kept the pressure on, and each ball that came back got higher and higher until they could get that final ball down.
Exactly. It was like a 5-ball put away.
Yep.
Game point for DC. Schneemann, a little inside-out forehand.
Nope, I'm just gonna slide across with that one and go straight behind Jackie right there.
19-20.
Around the post from Schneemann, and Jade Kawamoto does everything she could, but that big overhead here from Jessie Irvin is not coming back.
Now the net cord creating that ATP opportunity there for Schneemann. The Slice were in the similar situation yesterday in their first match against Dallas. Behind almost the whole game, and then came back to pull out the win to open that one.
This will give DC another opportunity at game point.
21-20.
Great ball by Schneemann, goes right at the body of Jade Kawamoto.
And she goes crossbody here with this speed up as well. Jade sitting
21-21.
ever so slightly on that backhand side, goes right at the left shoulder.
Oh, Irvin trying to reset there, and it slides right off her paddle. Game point number 3 for DC.
22-21.
Oh, Jackie throws up the hands right there with the eye roll, like, why?
Yeah, we haven't
didn't-
seen that for, it's been 44 points. We haven't seen that move one time.
No, not once.
I'm right there. I was about to bump it back into the kitchen. Jade comes flying over.
Sitter there, and Schneemann and Irvin can't believe it.
I think she tried to hit a little too much topspin on that one instead of just taking a continental grip and smacking it down the middle of the court.
You're 100% right there.
Paddle face was almost facing the kitchen right there.
23-22.
That'll do it right there. 24-22. DC takes the the first game here, the ever so important first game. You want to get off to a good start, and DC does. Sam, what were your points there for DC, what they did so well?
It's just the patience. 95% of the time. We saw a couple of times where they went out of their game plan, but you really felt like on that last point there, they were gonna stay in a dink rally for 20 minutes if that's what it took. And it's tough as an opponent to play against a team like that you know that they have as much patience as anyone in the sport.
Well, DC out to a 1-0 lead here, setting the stage for Riley Newman and Christian Alshon. Cameron Blackwood is courtside with Jade and Jackie.
Thanks, Dom. Jackie, tough battle out there. You guys just have so much patience, as we were talking about, and just able to place the ball exactly where we wanted to go. But against someone with Jesse with so much reach, where were you looking to target those dinks?
I think we were just trying to move them around a little bit, move our dinks, kind of stretch them. It was a little windy, so just try and make them reach and try and take some out of the air. Thanks to our team and our fans for really picking us up during that match. We needed it.
And especially like that in a match like here, how important is it to get this first point, get the momentum on the side of DC?
Yeah, it was super tight match. I knew it was really important, so I think thanks to Jackie for picking me up. I know I hate to say it, but she did pick me up. I wasn't playing my best, but I'm glad we finally locked in at the end.
DC takes the first point. We're going to go into men's doubles right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Patrick, Jake from State Farm, explain this bundling thing again.
All right, Coach Reed. Let's say these fries are your car, right?
And this burger is your home.
Okay.
It can be more affordable if you bundle them together.
Kind of like a combo meal.
I'm like a combo meal.
Explain it again with those nuggies.
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Innovation is our specialty. Winning is his. Zane Navratil has won more than 40 Pro Gold medals and back-to-back Major League Pickleball titles. One of pickleball's most iconic and decorated athletes teamed up with our world-class engineers with one goal in mind: build a paddle that can dominate. The Zane Navratil Signature Paddle, designed for champions by champions. Available now. ProXR Pickleball. Innovation you can handle.
Dulce Vida Tequila. Tequila, pure and simple.
All about the gentlemen here. DC and Chicago. Riley Newman and Christian Alshon taking on Ben Johns and Eric Lang. There's your head-to-head presented by DUPR, 52% to 48%. Chad, when our schedule came out for production and you and I found out we were on this match, this was what was circled. Men's doubles right here with these four gentlemen.
100%. And my prediction right now is that Eric Lang is going to get a steady stream of speed ups about chest high. And he's just got to try to hold on.
Exactly right.
Hold on for dear life here. But on the flip side, with Newman and Alshon, I had Alshon's first match yesterday, and he impressed. He played so well. He played steady. He didn't try and do too much. Sam, what are you looking for out of Newman and Alshon?
Look, in my opinion, Newman is the most exciting player to watch, especially in men's doubles and mixed doubles. I know Ben Johns is the best player, but Newman's a guy who he loves this moment right now. He wants to be the guy to send Ben Johns and the Chicago Slice out of group play. So I think Newman's going to be fired up, and he wants to prove that he is the best doubles player in pickleball. So I think he's going to take over this men's doubles.
Oh, little off pace right there from Ben Johns right away.
Yeah, that's what DC has to be careful of. Yes, they're going to want to speed up at Lang, but they can't do it on those medium pace balls or lower balls. That's it.
What was that?
It was a half scream. She got that first. Lang somehow getting that one off the hand and just popping straight up.
Olshan getting the first one, but then the second one, Newman trying to let it go.
Well, quick 3-0 lead here for the Slice. The feeling that DC is trying to do just a little too much right here.
Eric Lang giving it back a little bit with a little finger wag.
So that's where Lang gets on top of it. His elbow leads, the paddle face is down.
Oh! Eric Lang, ladies and gentlemen, he came to play in Chicago Slice up 5-0. Did you see this one coming, Sam?
No one saw it coming.
Who saw that one coming?
I mean, guy reacts to one kind of chest-high level shot, does a good shot, and then his confidence goes to 100 out of 10. That last point was unbelievable.
But Tropical out there calling him Bang Bang Lang right now.
DC burning a timeout 5 points into it.
You know, most of the time when these sets are over, you have at least one timeout or two timeouts with you. I mean, I'm not a fan of timeouts, but since you have them, call them. I mean, I don't think you should go to the, don't go to the sideline with them.
Yeah.
You know, in this game, these points come in runs. It's 5-0. That's doable. Don't go down 7-0. Don't go down 8-0. So I think it's a good timeout.
15 seconds. DC, no timeouts.
Dream start here for Chicago. Up 5-0.
5-0.
The reason why I brought up the timeout, though, is because we only get one timeout per game now.
Right.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. So one timeout, so they burned it already. They have nothing
burned
left.
it 5 points in. What do we get to 19-18 later down on 19-17?
Nothing.
You can't do it.
You know, and I don't think that matters, though, because unlike football, you call timeout, you drop a specific play. Basketball, you might drop a specific play. Pickleball, you're calling a timeout to stop momentum.
Yeah.
But as far as pickleball play goes, you know, you just have to kind of...
Eric Lang having a day right now. I think up the crowd.
The big man, great defense, and just calm, cool, and collected here. Just goes cross-court forehand winner. Nothing Christian Olshan could do.
Who would have thought Eric Lang would be the best player on the court right now? 2 points in.
Oh, he is right now because he started that right there, and Ben Johns comes in and cleans it up.
Wow, Eric Lang playing loose, playing free.
I mean, Eric Lang hit a ball in the middle of that point that, thank goodness, Olshan backed up Newman because Lang hit it perfectly away from Riley Newman.
Newman was about 4 feet out in front of it, too.
Heat check at 9-1 for Ben Johns right there.
They can, the Slice can afford to take a few swings at the moment.
2-9.
Out the first half of this game.
Oh, he's playing with a lot of confidence right now. But the other thing that I've been watching where we saw some issues yesterday is he was really hugging the kitchen line and not getting tied up with Johns when he was coming over. Today he's getting a little bit more room.
Timeout, point 3. .310. Point.
Freebie there off the paddle of Ben Johns. Alshon and Newman get 2 in a row.
4-10. No! Point.
Ball deep off the paddle of Eric Lang. He's running through that.
Just like that, they don't feel like they're that out of it at the moment.
Yeah.
Just 9-1 Chicago up, and now a 5-1 run here from DC gets them back within 4.
6-10.
Enough of this. I'm going to step over and take this forehand. 11-6 lead for Chicago on the end change. And Sam, I'll start with you. What are you seeing that's going so well here for Chicago?
You know, it's hard to pinpoint one thing, but it's Eric Lang. Eric Lang is a factor right now. You thought he would be a guy that would be the one to kind of be picked on, maybe have some misses, but he's stepped up. He's living up to the moment right now, and he's doing more than what was expected.
You have Riley Newman right there, the number 2 rated DUPR player here for DC Pickleball team. Very impressive, but right now in a hole, down 5 on the end change here in men's doubles after Jade and Jackie Kawamoto put them out and up 1-0. And the number 1 rated DUPR player, Ben Johns of the Chicago Slice out of Austin, Texas.
15 seconds.
24 years young. With ball in hand, serving up 11-6. In control.
Time in. 11-6.
Just sitting heavy backhand there. You see the ball start to get elevated, then he's jumping up to get on top of it.
12-6.
My only question is, how long can Lang last at this pace?
He's got to do it for 9 more points. Exactly.
Oh my!
This is the best Eric Lang has ever played.
Riley Newman walking over going, what's he doing right here? He's just fire right now from Eric Lang.
Maybe the place to go at Ben Johns right now.
Yeah. I mean, he's the colder player of the two. I mean, I played the U.S. Open with Eric Lang in 2019. A different player.
17.
He's a different player than we saw yesterday. Eric Lang is fighting Ben Johns for balls right now.
Just get out of the way, Ben Johns. Eric Lang is on fire, and he is seeing the ball. The ball is like a watermelon to him right now.
Point.
Wow.
Honestly, I think the crowd is stunned right now.
15-7.
that one's in too.
Good pull.
He could do no wrong at the moment.
It is off his hand. Reset. And then Ben Johns right into your kitchen.
16.
There's nothing he can do wrong right now. Oh my goodness. Eric Lang.
67.
Lights out right now.
I'm surprised that didn't go in.
Shocked.
Just hit a bird mid-air, drop straight down.
8-16.
I mean, Riley Newman is scared to speed a ball up right now.
There was a couple opportunities he had that he didn't, that he typically would, right face up against Eric Lang.
I didn't think I'd find myself saying, what's Eric Lang going to do right now? I'm waiting for him to do something.
So, yeah, he was my X factor at the beginning. And it was like, how is he going to fare with a ton of balls being sped up? And he is the one that's creating stuff right now.
Yeah, and you're right. Like, Riley was scared to, he had 2 or 3 balls in that rally. He could have sped up at Eric and didn't want any part of it.
Timeout here on court, 17-8, commanding lead for the Chicago Slice. And Chad, if you are Kyle McKenzie over there talking to Riley Newman and Christian Alshon, what are you telling them?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think it's what Sam was saying. Like, go at Johns right now. Push the ball behind Johns, kind of take him out of the middle, force Lang to have to kind of move a little bit, get him stretched out, because everything that is going at him right now, he is just been timing up perfectly.
Kyle McKenzie might just be asking him what they want to do in the mixed doubles at this point. This is
Time in. You guys set? What do you want to do?
Side out, point 9.
Missed serve from Ben Johns, but still up by 8 here.
9-17.
Newman reads it perfectly, but just trying to put an exclamation point on it and goes just long.
Well, and that's about as hard as he would have had to hit it to get it past Lang at this point right now.
Ben wants you to go there. He wants you to try and flip behind him hard because he's going to sit on that.
Yeah, it has to be something a little bit softer, a little bit more elevated. That's the tough ball that is hard for him to get to, is that elevated backhand. But you think there's a hole, but that's what he wants you to see.
Perfect lob from Eric Lang cross court. Just drops it, corner pocket. Hey, all 3 of us are sitting up here going, all right, when's it going to stop?
Eric Lang's had 3 successful lobs in this set.
And it's game point.
I am honestly speechless after that one.
Riley Newman can't even look at Eric Lang, puts his paddle up, goes tap it, I'm out of here. And like you said, go back over to the sideline. Kyle, what are we doing for mixed here? Because that was a drubbing.
Eric Lang was the best player in the world for about 15 minutes.
Yes, he was. Well, it is all tied up here at 1 game apiece. Sam, thanks for joining us, brother. We appreciate
Thank you guys.
it. Always fun having you in the booth with us. But we are all tied 1 apiece, heading to mixed doubles.
I mean, if Lang plays like that in mixed doubles,
it's going to be trouble for DC here.
Wow.
As Ben Johns and the #1 player in the world, Eric Lang, at the moment, is sidelined with Cameron Blackwood.
Thanks, Dom. A dominating performance. We just got to give it up one more time for Eric Lang. That was incredible pickleball. Did you prepare differently for this one, or was it just something you're seeing on the other side? You just like this matchup?
I just wanted to kick their ass, you know? I mean, it's much easier with a great player beside me, of course. But no, today was my day. It's going to continue today, all day long.
And how does your role change? Usually taking more of the balls, but he's pushing you out of the way, playing lights out.
You know, when the big man wants to be big, you let him be big. So yeah, I played my role, I think, a little less than normal, and you know, just let Eric make some huge plays. I'm very impressed.
Slice tied up 1-1. We're going to come right back with mixed doubles. Don't go anywhere.
I just didn't want to look like everybody else. It just didn't suit who I was. It didn't fit my persona. It didn't fit my image. I rep the stuff because I love it. I rep it because it's quality, and I like the fact that I look a little fly. It's been huge because it identifies me. I feel like I stand out. People reference me to the shirts all the time. They know me as the guy who wears the flashy shirts, and I'm cool with that.
My first surgery was a total knee replacement. I ended up with an infection. They were gonna have to amputate my leg. That just was not okay with me. The moment I entered HSS, the care was exceptional. For somebody to tell me you're gonna keep your leg, it was magical. Everything is so alive because I got my life back.
The all-new Prius. Toyota. Let's go places.
And I said, Saturday, no one's here. Like, are you getting this? So if he wants the invoice.
Water doesn't have to be boring. Turn it up with Cirkul. With over 40 delicious flavors and a dial that controls your intensity, Cirkul starts a party for your taste buds. No sugar, no calories, and no artificial flavors. Just good times. Cirkul. It's your water, your way. Try Cirkul at drinkcirkle.com.
Welcome back here to Championship Court, where we are all tied up at 1 game apiece after Eric Lang, ladies and gentlemen, showed out in men's doubles. 21-9. Chad, that's as much of a dominating win as you will see
players
in Major League Pickleball.
Especially when you got Riley Newman and Christian Alshon on the other side of the court. Now, the question going to be is, can Lang back it up here in mixed doubles? DC puts Newman back out.
They reacted, so Chicago put out Lang first. So they go with the hot hand right away. It's Lang and Schneemann against Newman. And we have Jade Kawamoto, the lefty.
Here we go, players. Take your positions.
And again, where are you going? I mean, throw out the percentages. Forget it. You have Eric Lang really hot right now, but now he is switching sides too, as we see. Our Cirkul
Game 3,
cooler
time in.
right behind
0-0.
the benches here. Official hydration drink.
Ooh.
Point.
Lang goes just a little too big on that second forehand.
1-0. Side out, point,
And
1.
Newman can't press here. If he tries to do too much, tries to create too much from the wrong ball.
Point.
I'm going to challenge that one at
Can't count.
1-1.
No, you can challenge.
DC challenge here from DC on the out call from Chicago.
Chicago serving. Go to video review.
Newman was pretty adamant as soon as that ball got called out that it was in. So an instant challenge here.
I'm going to tell you right now, we're in a challenge. But I want everyone
So you
to make some
mentioned it,
noise.
Chad, right away after Newman hit that drive.
Every game, they do such a good job. Referees,
there.
everyone make some noise. Thank you for everything you do.
And Chad, you and I know better than to
Yes,
make assumptions.
I am not going to speculate at all. However, I did get a couple right yesterday, but they were out by 3 or 4 inches. It wasn't that close in the challenge.
And we're taking a real
I wasn't taking a real punt on that one.
No. But you mentioned it early on, right? Riley Newman had a third shot drive into the net. What did you say? You said you don't want him to press right here because after losing men's doubles 21-9, you don't want him to kind of change his.
Well, he doesn't need to try to do too much here, especially if he's trying to come out and prove that, hey, you know what, I am better than Eric Lang. I think the Pickleball Nation knows that, right? And if you come out and you try to do too much, you try to prove too much, you're going to make too many errors, you're going to rush through, and you are going to get yourself in trouble. Newman just needs to move the ball around like he always does, take his opportunities to speed up and speed up into the right spot.
So Diane Vieta, our official on the call here for the review. Mark Thomas, our lead referee, on the call.
After video review, the call in the court stands. The ball is out. Chicago will be serving 2-1. DC
was out.
Free challenge.
It's a 2-1 lead for Chicago.
15 seconds.
We get 3 free challenges throughout the 4 games, excuse me.
Time in. 2-1.
Yeah, caught through transition area right there, Chad.
Yeah, and that's a good ball there from Newman. Newman's trying to rush up, take that one before it bounces and goes cross body.
Point. Again, Schneemann in women's doubles never really found that groove. And right here, it's the same kind of thing, just kind of coming up through that dink. Newman with a little gift right there off the tape.
That's a tough ball there for Schneemann to try to speed up. She is fully extended and moving to her right.
4-2.
Catches the net corner. Good adjustment from Newman to get on top.
Point right there, Eric Lang. Didn't miss one of those in men's doubles, but right here, he's jumping and sliding to the left.
And he also crossed him up there. He was sitting more forehand.
Go, go, go.
Oh. Just when you think he's in trouble, you hit a really, really good ball down, and that creates a better shot for Lang.
So Newman was mad that he played the first ball and was up in the middle because he thought it was going to go out, and he played it.
Just out there. Wind didn't knock it down.
Point six. Confusion at the baseline there from Lang and Schneemann.
6-3.
Nice speed up backside by Lacey Schneemann on Riley Newman.
And she doesn't overhit it. Just hits that good spot, gets the net clearance. Yeah, I think the difference here in mixed compared to that men's matchup that we just saw, Lang knew that those balls were going to be coming at him. Now he has to try to create a little bit more, being the aggressive player in mixed doubles.
Well, I think that's the spot. So where does Lang have to go when he gets a ball? He has to go behind Newman. If he goes behind Newman right here, that's going to be the reset, and he's going to create some open spaces in the middle.
5-7.
You almost have to go to where Riley Newman should be instead of playing him to the middle.
Recovery for Jade.
And Lang trying to go backside on Newman. No luck, and then that ball goes long.
8-5.
Great battle there for DC. Big point.
Point. Nine, 5. Point 6. Six, 9.
Nice ATP there from Eric Lang. Newman knew it right away that this was going to go wide. He was telling Kawamoto to get there. She does, but he keeps it nice and low. Punished at the right foot of Lacey Schneemann by Riley Newman.
Thank you, sir. Ten, 7. Point, timeout.
Caught on the back foot there again. The weight falling back over the heels.
So an 11-7 lead here for DC on the end change. And Chad, I like what you hit on earlier in the fact that in men's doubles, it was more of Eric Lang knowing he was going to get most of these balls. Now he's having to create a little more.
Yeah, and he's not as comfortable as we take a look at our Cirkul water coolers over there courtside. Dom Catalano with his Cirkul water bottle here in the booth as well.
And there's Ben Johns filling up. Cirkul is the official hydration partner of Major League Pickleball. It's Ben Johns rehydrating for his mixed doubles matchup coming next. But again, hit on it, Chad, of the difference in Lang from men's to mixed.
Lang is not as comfortable being the aggressor and having to really move around to try to create opportunities or situations. When you're trying to attack him and he can be that counter puncher, that's where he's at his strongest. So for DC, I would look for them, to keep moving Lang around. And then it forces Schneemann to try to do a little bit more as well.
Point. Yeah, Schneemann from women's doubles and now into mixed doubles just doesn't seem to be finding a groove in either match.
12-7.
Nice spot there from Riley Newman at the feet of Eric Lang.
Yeah, again, making Lang move. This time goes back behind him.
13-7. Point.
Schneemann just getting a little too big there.
Good view from our Margaritaville kitchen cam.
$14-7. Point.
So Schneemann continuing with some struggles.
Timeout, Chicago Slice, 15-7.
Timeout here, down by 8.
So again here, down by 8 is Chicago, burning their timeout. It's just there's just no rhythm right now from Lang or Schneemann.
We may end up getting a change of sides here, putting Schneemann on the left, Lang on the right. I was just looking over at the Chicago Slice bench.
We'll see when they come out what the case is here. Lang talking. Got some ground to make up here, though. Nice run by DC, and they are switching sides. So you have Schneemann now on the left. You have Eric Lang on the right. That'll put Jade Kawamoto and Lacey Schneemann face up on each other.
Time in.
And it puts Lang back in the position where he had success against Riley Newman right up on him. But Riley Newman right away recognizing and goes to the forehand side of Eric Lang.
Yeah, again, going outside the body. Lang is strong on that backhand counter when you go in between his shoulders. That one just outside the right hip from Newman.
Newman proving a point right here, and he's playing very clean, but also very fast. Lots of pressure. Great setup there from Jade Kawamoto.
Point.
Lang now trying to do a little too much. He saw him way out in front on that one. Both feet off the ground.
18-7. Point.
Newman thought about talking some smack right there, and he's like, yeah, maybe not.
I'm fine.
I'm just trying to get back to being even here.
Beautiful shot down the line from Riley Newman will give DC game point.
Yeah, just a nice clean backhand down the line there. Changes direction.
Point 8.
And you would just rush that ball there in the middle. But when you're up by 12?
8-20.
You got some freedom to play around a little bit.
Point.
Newman trying to float that one back, but goes just a little long.
20.
Firefight right there, but a little too big on that last forehand.
Yeah, he just tried to go bigger and bigger here on the forehand. Catches that one almost level with the body.
Another game point for DC. That'll do it right there for DC. 21-9 victory here in the first mixed doubles matchup. Very convincing, Chad.
Well, that's one way to come out and answer after being somewhat dominated in the men's doubles. Riley Newman comes out, sets the tone.
That's a nice answer and a nice victory there for DC in this first mixed doubles matchup. Now it'll all be up to Ben Johns and Jesse Irvin to even this up and take it to a dream breaker.
Riley Newman.
But before any of that, we have Miss Cameron Blackwood sideline with Riley Newman and Jade Kawamoto.
Thanks, Dom. A dominating performance by you guys. You were in sync from the beginning. You chose to react with this team. Why?
Yeah, I think it's a little strategy. I think we wanted to feel confident going into our first mixed match, and I think Riley and I both wanted a little bit of better play than we did our first games, because I know I didn't play well, and I was ready to prove myself a little bit.
At the end, they decided to switch it up on you. You were going directly in front of Eric like you were in men's doubles. What adjustments did you make in this mixed doubles versus the men's?
Zero adjustments. Eric played lights out that first match. He was the best I've seen him play since 2018. We've been going at it since the PN Dub, and I have a lot of respect for Eric, but I knew that it's tough to do that 2 games in a row, and Jade played lights out like she always does, and it was a good match.
DC takes the first mix. We're going to come right back with the next mixed doubles match right after this.
Thanks.
Jake from State Farm, I really need to know.
Go spicy or go home, right?
What? No. What if I'm not sure I have the right coverage for my car?
Oh, your agent can help me make sure it's just what you need.
What if I accidentally hit a food truck and it gets covered in empanadas?
You can file a claim on the app. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Thanks.
Oh.
That is too spicy. That's for you.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me. Michelob ULTRA, superior light beer.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
And back here for our second and final mixed doubles matchup here between the DC Pickleball team and the Chicago Slice. Ben Johns and Jesse Irvin for the Slice, taking on Jackie Kawamoto and Christian Olshan. Slice needing to win this to go to a dream breaker. And having a potential chance to move through to the quarterfinals tomorrow. DC.
Here we go, players. Game 4,
DC
time
took
in.
care of
0-0.
Utah 3-0 in our.
Oh, Dallas Pickleball Club takes down Utah 3-0.
Yep.
Point 1.
So this could make things very interesting.
1-0. Point 1.
There's your difference maker right there. It's going to be Christian Alshon.
1-1.
Can he stay within himself, but yet still play aggressive?
Point 2.
Jesse Irvin with the big forehand.
2-1. Point.
And Jackie just trying to roll that one a little too quickly. Trying to really pull Irvin out wide. Cuts off that swing, goes straight into the net.
Point.
A little miss hit there from Alshon with another 3-point.
4-1.
Not the start DC wanted here early on. Yeah, just, again, you have one of the most solid women's doubles players in the game. Jackie Kawamoto to your right. Don't force anything. Let her play, especially if the ball's low. You're not going to attack it.
Somehow Johns gets back balanced. He was completely stretched out there, way off balance. Ball catches the net cord, and he's like, thank you very much.
1.
Wow, Ben Johns just reading that before Kawamoto even plays it. He's in the right position.
1.
Oh,
and did replay that point.
So it hit the net, but then hit the post on the way back down. Watch this.
1.
And just clips the post.
Clips it.
So that's a replay.
Point.
Return goes long off the paddle of Christian Alshon.
Oh, again, timeout here for DC.
Timeout. Timeout DC.
So yeah, timeout DC is there, down 8-1. And Chicago looking really good in this second mixed doubles matchup. And quick side note, the hype guys have changed, Ted.
Yeah, I saw that. They changed off the men's doubles.
Yeah, they couldn't handle it anymore.
The sauna suits came off.
It's warm here now in Atlanta.
I mean, we're sweating sitting here underneath the tent. They're out in the sun. They've been out in the sun for the last 5.5 hours.
Yep. And who else is hot? It's the Slice right now. Ben Johns, Jesse Irvin. 8-1 lead. DC forced to burn a timeout here, trying to get back in this and win it here in mixed doubles. If not, the Slice win this, and we are going to a Dream Breaker. And next up on championship court,
15 seconds, players.
we have our Challenger Finals. The SoCal Hard Eights taking on the Las Vegas Night Owls. That is going to be a good one here on championship court right after this one. The hype guys go pizza, pizza.
8-1.
Looking for some support for the Slice. Nice ball right there from Alshon. Good pull in the middle.
Yeah, good extension there. This time, nice roll. Just missed a couple into the net cord.
That out, point
Just
9.
So easy right there on the little backhand roll from Ben Johns. He makes it look effortless.
9-2. Point.
Alshon.
He's been long on some returns. It's either second or third missed return.
That's a third missed return there for Alshon.
Point.
And Jackie just getting pressure.
1 minute switch ins, 11-2.
The ball
Chicago.
is getting too close to the feet. They've seen him have to pop up in a couple of those forehands.
This is pretty much as lopsided as a lead can get on the end change. 11-2 here for Irvin and Johns in the Chicago slice. And again, Chad, it's tough right now because Ben Johns is reading things so well. Jesse Irvin playing that role of, hey, I'll keep this in play for you, partner. You go in and clean this up. What is it that Kyle McKenzie's talking with Christian Olshan about?
All right, for Olshan right now, he's got to clean up the returns, and he has to kind of stay within that level. Right now, he's trying to do too much. He's into that 90-100% effort level where he's trying to create things that aren't really there.
15
Majority
seconds.
of the time, we want to live in that 60, 70, 80% area.
Time in. 11-2.
Big finish there from Kawamoto.
But right there, Olshan doesn't overhit, takes a little step back, nice roll, gets it down, Irvin pops it up, Kawamoto finishes. Oh, that was just out. The wind didn't knock it down, but I think they're going to challenge
Sticking with
it.
your call. Chicago is challenging the alcohol puts us at 4-11.
If it is out, it is just out.
The wind tried to push it down. Off the paddle, it looked like it was going a foot out.
Match over between Dallas Pickleball and Utah Black Diamonds. Utah Black Diamonds pull out the last mixed double. 21-15. So it's simple right here for Chicago. Win and you're in. You would be 2-1 with DC. You both move on. Dallas and Utah would both be 1-2. Where you end up, don't leave that up to Chad and I. We were not math majors in college. We'll leave that up to the professionals. But they would both be in and moving on to and through to the playoffs. Get our answer here. Diane Vieta, our replay referee, taking a look for us. Newman and McKenzie talk strategy on the DC bench. And a tall hill to climb for Kawamoto and Olshan here. Down by 7. Thomas, Howard Hepworth, your referee on court. Now, if this does go to breaker, Chad, where's the advantage lie?
I think the advantage actually lies with DC.
Well, as we have our answer here.
After video review, the ball in the court stands. The ball is out. DC will be serving 4-11. Chicago uses 1 free challenge.
Jesse's like, all about run that replay back again.
Run it slower.
15 seconds.
I want to see it again.
Time in. 4-11.
Jesse was looking over at us, and Chad and I were like, we never
even saw the replay.
We never saw the replay, so we saw what Jesse was seeing on the board. They ran through it really fast. Either way, side up to Chicago. They regain their 8-point lead.
It's coming out a little flat there for Irvin. You see a shadow swing with the face a little bit more open.
Good leave and good talk from Johns, because Irvin was cocked and ready with the two-hander.
Yeah, she was going to hit that one for sure.
Oh, yeah. She's laughing.
And if
laughing.
Johns isn't a split second earlier, she was hitting it.
Oh, my.
That's a 13-5 ambitious poach right there.
That was an incredible block on the drive from Kawamoto.
Side out, point 14.
Also, I'm looking up at the wind there.
14-6.
Nice spot right there from Olsen at the feet of Jesse Irvin.
But like we've talked about before, you're in this situation, you're up by 7, you can just keep exchanging side outs.
Side out, point 15.
Serve was out from Olsen. Johns called it right away. No one knew it other than Johns. All 3 players were still playing.
15-7.
Oh, confusion right there. Johns typically is going to take that, and he smiles at Irvin. She looks at him and goes, "Did not hit that." It's all fun when you have a 16-8 lead, though, and you just continue to trade side outs.
Just trading side outs
closer and closer. Nothing is hurting Chicago, and there's no advantage gained from DC. That's a nice drop from behind the baseline from Irvin.
$17-8. Side out, point 9.
I like the aggressiveness, though, from Irvin because it was a weaker return from Olsen in the transition area.
Yeah, it's just it's a tough ball to try to keep in there from being that short.
Recognition there from Ben Johns, letting that ball go.
18-9.
That's the shot right there that surprised DC.
Point.
Wow. It's kind of falling apart for DC here down the stretch.
19-9.
Yeah, no rhythm for DC.
Point.
And missed return. I think that's 4 or 5 for Olsen.
I think it's safe to say we're going to a dream breaker.
Way to go out on the limb.
29.
20-9, game point.
Looking for our third
Chicago.
game in a row at a 21-9.
And nice ball there from Olsen. They fight off 1 game point.
10-20.
Nice step in there from Olsen. Johns just floats that one a little bit, trying to go at Jackie Kawamoto.
Nice ball, a little inside out there, and pulling Ben Johns completely off the court. A little bit of a roll here from DC.
Side out, 20.
Another opportunity for Chicago to end this and force the dream breaker.
20-12. Side out, point 13.
That one.
Yeah, slowed the swing down completely there at contact.
13-20.
Just ending that quickly is Ben Johns.
A couple of nice rolls there. Forehand and backhand side creates the pop-up. That big forehand overhead.
That'll do it right 21-13. Chicago comes out on top. And Chad, we are going to a dream breaker here on Championship Court.
Yeah, another good answer. We've had continuous answers here from DC and the Slice, with DC taking the women's point. Slice coming out in dominant fashion in the men's. DC answering in the first mixed doubles, and now Johnson Irvin sending it to the dream breaker.
So the dream breaker presented by Prius will be coming up next. But first, Cameron Blackwood is courtside with Jesse Irvin and Ben Johns.
Thanks, Dom. You guys killed it out there in sync from the very beginning. Just laughing, having a good time. You guys don't play together on tour, but how much fun are you guys having out there on court?
Oh, I'm having a lot of fun. I enjoy playing with Ben. We've played a few times before, so we kind of know each other's game. And I'm a very disciplined player, so I love having a game plan and kind of knowing what I'm supposed to do before I step on the court. And he tells me what to do, and if I do it, then I think good things happen. And yeah.
You guys have such a big fan base here with the Chicago Slice. How much are you going to need them here in this Dream Breaker?
Yeah, you know, they've been great. Don't really know much about the city of Chicago, but I'm certainly warming up to it with, you know, how they've been and super supportive. So, you know, the crowd, the team, it's definitely helpful, so keep it up.
We are heading into a Dream Breaker. Do not go anywhere. Dom, back to you.
All right, well, Chad, we are going to that Dream Breaker, and let's go again. Let's see. Last Dream Breaker we had yesterday, you picked the first two right.
I picked the first two right.
I was very impressed, but then you were just way off.
Yeah. Nah,
all right, so
no. I went with what I would have done as my lineup.
Yeah,
so
but you were way off. So
yeah,
anyway,
I was. I was 2 for 4. Come on, that's
now
not way off.
DC got to react to mixed, which means Chicago gets to react here to the lineup. What's DC going with first?
I think they go Christian Olshan first, and then Ben will go against Olshan. I think Newman goes second.
Okay.
And then they'll probably put out Lang, and then we go Jackie Kawamoto against Lacey Schneeman, and then Jade against Jesse.
And then Jade against Jesse. I see I'm writing this down because I'm going to hold Chad accountable here, because Cameron Blackwood is courtside and going to get us those matchups here. So you think it's the two gentlemen first matchups, and then the two lady matchups third and fourth. We'll see how this shakes out here. But, Chad, we hit on it a little bit. Who do you give a little bit of an advantage to here in the Dream Breaker in general?
I give a little bit of an advantage to DC. And my reasoning being is the Kawamoto sisters.
2 minutes, players. 2 minutes, players.
They're sneaky good. Oh, crap, I got it wrong. It's Jade first and then Jackie.
Oh, you were so close. You were so close, Chad. So
I'm still
close.
2 for 4, though.
No, you're 3 for 4. Oh, no, you're 2 for 4.
No, I'm 2 for 4 because I had Jade and Jackie in the wrong order.
Yep, 2 for 4. Well, so yeah, you just had Jade and Jackie in the wrong order, but you were 100% right on the Chicago Slice order. But again, Chad,
which is how I was last night. I was just off on the last two. I put.
So talk about why DC a little bit of an advantage here.
Yeah. So the Kawamoto sisters are sneaky good at singles. They used to play a lot of singles, and then, like a lot of players, have gone away from singles, primarily focusing on doubles. But in the Dream Breakers, they
1 minute, players.
Excelled. They have the rolls, they have the ground strokes that can really throw off the timing, but also create openings on the court here during the Dream Breaker.
Well, because again, too, forget it. Throw out that you're the best singles player in the world or you're not a good singles player. It's about, can you find a groove for 4 points?
Yep.
Can I steal a point here as a quote-unquote non-singles player against a singles player and put all the pressure on them? We've seen it so many times, but right here, you have two very good singles players starting us off here. Ben Johns, Christian Olshan. Let's do this here. Olshan to serve.
Here we go, players. Dream breaker. Time in.
Chicago wins
0-0.
Great point construction early on here from Ben Johns.
Just so calm right there. Hits his spots with quality shots.
1-0.
That's just too good.
We saw that in doubles where he did it a couple of times going back cross court. That ball's completely behind him, just lays that wrist back
2-0.
and hooks it back cross court. No chance for Olshan to catch up there.
Point.
Just buggy whips that back cross court with the forehand. And that's exactly how Chicago needed to start.
A much better start for Chicago early this afternoon compared to last night.
3-0.
Thomas Wilson stealing 3 against Ben in the first round.
Ben not having any of it here, and he blanks Christian Olshan 4-0.
Eric Lang needs to try to steal a couple of points here. I would consider it a win for him if he comes out at 50.
4-0.
Gets out on top first. As our buddy Adam Stone likes to say, he retired Riley Newman from singles.
1-4.
Just lands inside the back corner there for Riley Newman. If I lost Adam Stone in singles, I'd probably retire too.
Just missing that baseline right there, and right now for me that's a nice. I could take this as a win right now as Eric got
5-2,
especially after Ben went 4-0.
Well, there it is. Right? That's definitely a win for Lang right there. Splitting it, going 2-2, keeping the slice up by 4.
This is the one right here. Lacey Schneemann needs to bring it right here.
6-2.
Kawamoto. Point. That's what Lacey does better than most. Even though Lacey, not the tallest or longest player, she puts a lot of pressure on you because she uses her athleticism. She comes to the kitchen line in singles.
Oh, she had a wide open court and missed it. Schneemann fully on the run, gets that ball back and gets it just behind Jade.
8-2.
Big forehand winner there from Lacey Schneemann.
Wow. Did not see this coming here for Schneemann, but excellent court coverage.
9-2.
Jade Kawamoto.
Wow. Well, remember what I said about the DC pickleball team having a slight advantage in the Dream Breaker?
What do you know?
I think I may be
10-2.
Well, slice out to a 10-2 lead. Must points here for Jackie Kawamoto.
Yeah, keeps it
in. Good start here for Jackie. She finds the sideline here. Hate saying it that she needs 4, but
she needs 4.
3-10.
That ball ball just
Set out, point 11, timeout, 1 minute.
We'll change ends here. Chicago slice up 11-3 in the Dream Breaker. And again, Chad, you gave them a slight advantage going in, but when you go down 0-4 right away, how's that pressure feel? And especially when Riley Newman had to come in, he's down by 4 right away.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that from the DC standpoint. You go down 0-4. Newman's coming in saying, yo, I need to at least take 3, put his back within 1. You split it, and then
it's still doable, but then Lacey goes 4-0.
Comes out and goes 4-0 as well. So you've had 2 4-0s against you here in the first round. Definitely need to make your adjustments in the second round, but that puts so much more pressure on in the second round. Instead of having to go 2-2 again or a 3-1, you now definitely have to go 4-0.
Just off the tape right there, and Jackie steals that one.
4-11.
Nice ball right there from Jackie Kawamoto, and she goes 3-1 as we head back to the top of the order, where Ben Johns took 4 straight against Alshon to start.
Alshon needs to at least get 2.
Rush stick right there. Just trying to get everything back on one swing.
12-5.
Wow. Just off-pace cross-court drop shot, but with an inside-out forehand.
Inside out.
13-5.
Sliding away from Alshon. Didn't quite come up. Timing was off a little bit there for Johns.
Well, you said Alshon's got to at least split this right now, and he's got an opportunity here on this point.
Point.
That one catches the line. So that's the way to do it. Just hit balls that never come up and just throw off the timing of Ben Johns.
Do that 14 more times and you're a winner.
7-13.
So Riley Newman back to serve.
Not that from Newman there. Wasn't a whole lot of pressure there from Lang. It wasn't a pressure return.
So that's the thing, is Riley Newman doesn't have the biggest forehand passing shot in the game. And so
drop it, move Lang around.
Exactly.
You don't have to pass him, you just have to get him moving.
Good lead. Newman right there.
Eight 14.
Just keeps that inside the sideline. So lucky there catching the net cord.
Big point here for Riley Newman and the DC Pickleball team.
You don't need to. Lang, yes, he has the reach, but if you try to hit a passing shot, you're giving him that ball that is up. You roll something, you drop something. Now the big man has to go down to his toes. He's not going to do any damage. The miss hit worked for him.
Yeah, I like the approach, though, from Jade Kawamoto, taking that ball out of the air, but again, couldn't get close enough to the sideline. Nice movement from Lacey Schneeman.
Point. 17-9.
Great point there from both these ladies. Schneeman going around the post. Good defense from Kawamoto.
Wow.
Here it is again. And Schneemann comes all the way back.
10-17.
But Schneemann coming out on top there. 3-1.
7 of 8.
Yep. And that's a difference maker right there. 7 points coming from Lacey Schneemann. Tall task here now for DC.
10.
Very calm, coming to the kitchen line and just punishes that backhand.
19-10.
Well, the slide's definitely proving me wrong here.
Up by 10 here.
20-10.
Match point for Jesse Irvin.
Close to being out right there. They close it up into the sun.
Oh, and what happens right now? 21-10 victory for the Chicago Slice. And what's that mean? That means they are in because the Dallas Pickleball Club beats the Utah Black Diamonds 3-1, making the Chicago Slice 2-1, as well as the DC Pickleball team 2-1. Again, Chad and I, we're not doing math. We don't know where they're going to end up seated, but they are both in our DC and Chicago.
Well,
Dallas and Utah are out.
I'm gonna say this. Squeeze go 3-0, so they're gonna be a 1 or a 2 seed. Arizona Drive, what did they end up doing?
They are. They're 2-2 right now. They're going to. They're in the Dream Breaker right now.
So that right there, Brooklyn is going to be the spoiler as far as the seeding. If Brooklyn can pull off a win.
Oh, and Cameron Blackwood is courtside with the entire Chicago Slice team. Take it away, Cam.
Win and you're in, and you did just that. Just you've been smiling this entire match. How proud are you to be on the Slice?
Oh man, I love this team. I'm just happy to win a few points in singles and be able to close it out for the win for them, but singles is not my strongest suit. So the fact that I'm able to win a few points for my team is great, and yeah, there's a lot of reasons to be smiling right now.
Eric, you played lights out this entire match, and how much confidence does that give you guys moving on?
I mean, my team's amazing. I love our chemistry. I love spending time with these 3 individual people. They're awesome. Wouldn't trade it for anything. We got another match this afternoon, so hope we have some more supporters later.
Lacey, I talked to you before. I said, you gonna win this? You said, well, why not? How excited are you to keep moving on?
Super stoked. I think, we had a tough Dream Breaker last night, so really glad we were able to start strong in this one and just take it for the win.
Moving on, what are the words that the Chicago Slice are going to live by to get yourself into the finals?
Not to be cliche, but I guess, grit, determination, focus. I think those are the 3 for me.
Slice are moving on. They take the win in the Dream Breaker. We're going to be right back with more Major League Pickleball. Don't go anywhere.
Major League Pickleball by Margaritaville. Brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Toyota Prius. It's ace now. Nobilo, New Zealand's finest Sauvignon Blanc. And Margaritaville. Escape to your personal paradise. Stay, play, live, and dine in Margaritaville.